Did a dead prophet really appear in the Bible? Did King Saul actually speak to Samuel after he died? And why would God allow something like that? In 1 Samuel 28, we find one of the darkest and most debated supernatural stories in the Old Testament. The story of Saul and the witch of Endor. This isn't just a strange ghost story. It's a warning about disobedience, spiritual silence, and what happens when someone stops listening to God. Let's break it down. By the time we reach 1 Samuel 28, Saul is no longer the humble king we met earlier in the book. He has disobeyed God's command, lost the kingdom to David, driven away the prophet Samuel, and watched God's favor shift. And now, the Philistine army is preparing for war. The Bible says, when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams nor by Urim nor by prophets. God was silent, and for a king who once heard from God regularly, silence was terrifying. Saul isn't looking for relationship anymore. He's looking for reassurance. Ironically, Saul had previously removed mediums and spiritists from Israel. He enforced the law found in Deuteronomy 18, which strictly forbade necromancy. Yet now, desperate and afraid, Saul disguises himself and seeks out a medium in Endor. When fear replaces faith, conviction fades. He tells the woman, "Bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee." And that name, Samuel. This is where the debate begins. The text says, when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. That reaction suggests she did not expect what happened. Many scholars believe if this were a normal demonic deception, she would not have been shocked. The text consistently calls the figure Samuel. There are three main interpretations. It was truly Samuel, allowed by God for judgment. It was a demonic impersonation, or it was psychological manipulation. But here is what matters. The message delivered is exactly what Samuel had already prophesied while alive. Tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. Nothing new, just confirmation of judgment already declared. Whether you believe it was Samuel or not, the theological message is clear. God was not being mocked. Saul was receiving confirmation of consequences. The real tragedy is Saul's heart. For years, he disobeyed commands and ignored correction. By the time he reaches Endor, the outcome is already set. The seance didn't create judgment. It revealed it. The very next day, everything Samuel said comes to pass. Saul's sons die. Israel is defeated. Saul falls on his own sword. The Witch of Endor story is not about paranormal curiosity. It's about this. When God speaks, respond. Because if you continually reject his voice, you may eventually face silence. And spiritual silence is one of the most dangerous places a person can stand. Saul didn't fall in one night. He drifted over years. The medium was just the final symptom. If God has been speaking clearly in your life, are you listening now? Or waiting until silence forces desperation?